Welcome to the wine cellar. If you've never made wine before, as you can see, there's a lot of different fermentation vessels that you can actually ferment grapes in or ferment juice in to make wine. And we're standing in front of right now the concrete fermenter. This concrete fermenter will be a semi-inert vessel, meaning that a little bit of oxygen will come through these thick concrete walls, but at a very slow rate, and that will help the yeast survive. In Oregon, given that we have generally fairly small producers, we usually have quite a small winery space. And as you can see in here, this winery space is built into a barn, and that's fairly common here in Oregon. We have a variety of different fermentation vessels, from very small plastic square, what we call macro bins, that will hold about a ton of fruit, up to these 2 and 5 ton fermenters. These can be made of concrete, they can be made of wood, they can be made of stainless steel, and these will generally ferment red wines as either whole clusters or whole berries, or the juice of white wines. The importance of these vessels is that they be fairly temperature regulated so that we can keep the health and vibrancy of the wine intact. Making wine is really the first place where we get a chance as winemakers to stuff up all the great things that the wine grower or vineyard farmer has done for the year. So when we're working with these vessels, what we're really trying to do is protect the juice and the grapes or the must from oxygen. We don't want to have a lot of oxygen coming into the wine, just a small amount to keep the yeasts healthy and fermenting those sugars into alcohols. So thick concrete walls help to keep a regular temperature. And we also have jacketed glycol tanks so that we can control the temperature of fermentations. Typically in white wines, we want to enhance the aromatic fruit qualities and keep the freshness and purity of the fruit intact in white wine ferments, especially in aromatic white wines like Sauvignon Blanc, Riesling, Gewürztraminer, and Muscat. So those wines we will typically ferment at low temperatures, between 55 and 65 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 7 days to 10 days. This will make sure that we keep the florals and fresh, vibrant orchard fruit salad flavors alive in white wines. In red wines, what we're really wanting to do is extract gently the skin tannins and color from the thick skins of the grapes. And that happens when they're in contact and fermenting the juice with the skins. So we will have very warm ferments, much warmer than what we would have for white wines, for red wines. So red fermentation temperatures will generally average between a minimum of 65 up to about 80 or 85 at their peak. And what this heat does in a fermentation is help to extract the color and tannins from the red grapes. And these soluble tannins and proteins are really what add complexity and structure to the wine and help keep it alive for a very long time and make it capable of cellaring and bringing complexity.